Welcome to the Unfading Truth Bible reading plan. Today we're reading Isaiah chapter 55. The Lord offers you refreshment that no vacation can ever provide. Isaiah chapter 55. Come, all you who are thirsty, come to the waters, and you who have no money, come buy and eat. Come buy wine and milk without money and without cost. Why spend money on what is not bread, and your labor on what does not satisfy? Listen to me, and eat what is good, and you will delight in the richest of fare. Give ear and come to me. Listen that you may live. I will make an everlasting covenant with you, my faithful love promised to David. See, I have made him a witness to the peoples, a ruler and a commander of the peoples. Surely you will summon nations you know not, and nations you do not know will come running to you because of the Lord your God, the Holy One of Israel, for he has endowed you with splendor. Seek the Lord while he may be found, and call on him while he is near. Let the wicked forsake their ways, and the unrighteous their thoughts. Let them turn to the Lord, and he will have mercy on them, and to our God, for he will freely pardon. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, declares the Lord. As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. As the rain and the snow come down from heaven, and do not return to it without watering the earth and making it bud and flourish, so that it yields seeds for the sower and bread for the eater, so is my word that goes out from my mouth. It will not return to me empty, but will accomplish what I desire and achieve the purpose for which I sent it. You will go out in joy and be led forth in peace. The mountains and hills will burst into song before you, and all the trees of the field will clap their hands. Instead of the thorn bush will grow the juniper, and instead of briars the myrtle will grow. This will be for the Lord's renown, for an everlasting sign that will endure forever. Well, halfway through the week here, we're jumping from article number 7 to article number 8 in this point about irresistible grace. Today we're going to talk about the earnest call of the gospel. It says that nevertheless, all who are called through the gospel are called earnestly. For urgently and most genuinely, God makes known in the word what is pleasing to him, that those who are called should come to God. God also earnestly promises rest for their souls and eternal life to all who do come and believe. Well, today's chapter would be a good one to share with a friend who's concluded that the Old Testament portrays a God filled with nothing but wrath and anger. For the invitation the Lord gives here through the Old Testament prophet Isaiah is filled with warmth and compassion. It's a good passage for us to be reading in the heat of summer for a host of reasons. First, we experience physical thirst more often during these hot months, making it easier to understand how parched we are spiritually, and how we long for refreshment that we can't afford on our own, but which our Father generously pours out upon us. It's also around this time of the year that fatigue from our labor sets in, and we crave the satisfaction that our work never seems to provide, which God here promises to supply. Our Father's warm invitation comes in the form of a command repeated 5 times. 5 times he tells us to come. The rest and rejuvenation God offers requires obedience to further imperatives as well. Not only must you come, you must listen. A command repeated 3 times as such, and then also as give ear that you may live. So you must come, you must listen, you must also seek the Lord. Call on him, forsake wicked ways and thoughts, turn to the Lord, that he may have mercy and pardon. Obedience to these instructions truly leads to lasting spiritual and even physical refreshment. Yet it also lays a new mandate upon you. It seems new only in that sin had separated you from these instructions originally conveyed to Adam. Isaiah writes that you must now go out in joy and be led forth in peace, fulfilling your restored purpose of proclaiming the Lord's everlasting renown. Let's dig a little bit deeper. It's verse 11 that brings us to Isaiah chapter 55 today, in which the Lord indicates that His word goes out from His mouth, never returning empty, but accomplishing what He desires and achieving the purpose for which He sent it. It's not just a command that extends out from the Lord, but one that comes back with results after having been sent out. Notice that God's warm and compassionate invitation to come, well, that invitation goes out to all who are thirsty and who have no money. But it's pretty obvious that many, maybe even most people who hear this invitation, they refuse to listen, to give ear, to seek the Lord, and to turn to the Lord. It's almost as if God's announcement of saving grace just impotently bounces off of them. But the gospel always accomplishes what its sender intended. And the gospel returns back to Him after having accomplished its task. Those who scorn God's earnest and compassionate call to refreshment are further cemented in their rebellion by it. Sadly, God's call echoes the rejection back to Him. But to those whose hearts have been softened by God's Spirit, this invitation for spiritual water, wine, milk, and bread, well, this invitation becomes irresistible. In these cases, the gospel call accomplishes what our Father desires, returning His children to Him. As the mountains and hills burst into song, and all of the trees of the field clap their hands, celebrating that the Lord's sovereign grace is stronger than we are. As you pray today, use the AAA prayer pattern. That's where you begin your prayer by acknowledging who God is. Today, open your prayer to our Father, who will have mercy and freely pardon all those who turn to Him. Then as you pray, go on to align your life with God's will. Thank God for the spiritual refreshment that He provides, and pray that you will continue to give ear and come to Him that you may live. Then you can ask God for what it is that you need. Remember, everything else that you hear today will fade away, but the word of the Lord is unfading truth.